a lot of success in the corporate world, and now he's devoting his energies to something like this. How are you going to move forward, sir? How are you going to make this work?
Well, first of all, I met Bill Strickland in 2009 after a 30-year corporate career, and I had achieved some considerable success as an entrepreneur, and I was prepared to sell my business and go off to become a scratch golfer. And somehow, Bill got my name from the local community foundation. The foundation had heard Bill speak and felt that they wanted to have a center in New Haven, Connecticut. And I was a name given to Bill by the foundation, someone to talk to. So we spent a couple of hours, and I had read his book, hadn't seen the slideshow, but was really taken back by the story. And I said to him, I said, look, if in fact you come back with a feasibility study that says New Haven, Connecticut could use one of these centers, look me up. Well, he came back a few months later, called me up and said, I'm here, have breakfast with me in the morning, if you would. So I had breakfast with him downtown New Haven, and he said, I'm about to go over to the New Haven Foundation to deliver my feasibility study, but he said, something I want to ask you. He said, I need you, man. I need you to be a local champion. Because if this is going to work, as Kathy said, you need a local champion. And so I said, wow. You mean I don't have to keep my 40 handicap? And I said, let me talk to my wife. And my wife, who by that time got plugged into the Bill Strickland story, and said to me, you know what, this is really interesting stuff. And Bill caused me to take a pause to look at my community. Because I've been on this treadmill for 30 years building this business, and had failed to recognize that our communities were failing. Unemployment rates that were twice the state's average, drop-off rates of 40 or 50%. I was really ashamed at our communities, how they had deteriorated so much. And so I said, yes, Bill, I will, in fact, be a local champion. And so how do you go about establishing a center, armed with a feasibility study that says this community could use one? Well, you got to sit down and be disciplined and put together a plan as to how you're going to do it. You need to bring together three constituent groups that are really important. The employer, corporate, business community has to be brought to the equation early on. Because guess what? It's in their best interest to have a highly trained workforce. So you have to craft the argument to the business community, this is not a welfare plan, program, as Bill says all the time. This is going to be designed to help you become more competitive. You have to involve the philanthropic community, both public, community, and private foundations, because you're going to need a source of funding. And you're going to have to involve the school district, the school system. Have them understand that you're there to help them. So, armed with bringing those people together, we decided, after going to Pittsburgh, that Pittsburgh had been in existence for 40 years. And it would be really lovely to bring Pittsburgh to New Haven, but that was not going to be possible. We were going to have to look more like San Francisco or Grand Rapids or Cincinnati and Cleveland. So we got an airplane and we visited the sites around the country. We wanted to know what those, excuse me, Kathy, replication sites look like. And so we saw what the possibilities were. We came back and put together the plan to say, New Haven, you really need to have a center like this. And I've been amazed at the number of wonderful people, the business, corporate community, philanthropic community, within the school system that says, you know what, this really makes a difference in the lives of people in our community, and let's get behind you and let's make it all happen. So Contact, Connecticut Center for Arts and Technology, opened last April 2012. And I'm really thrilled, delighted with the work that we have done to transform the lives of so many people in our community. I'm really blessed to have my executive director here today, who I think is one of the best leaders in the country. There's going to be an argument about that, I'm sure, but Eric Clemens is one of the best at this work. So I think if Bill's vision comes true, we're going to have 200 centers by 2020. So that means we need somewhere between 25 and 30 per year for the next 7 years. So it's all our streets.
You didn't hear it, but